We create the scent, and we keep sending the bartenders, and then if they like it, we will launch it. If no, we have to do it again.
Our specialty, I would say, is the unique scents. Some of the icebreakers of the product that we have are the cocktail-inspired scent. There is one scent that you particularly created, and I was mind blown how it became such a hit.
We have a lot of friends from like the F&B industry, and then of course like we're creating a scent, and then like the mint mojito came, piña colada came, and then we were thinking is like what more cocktail we want to add on, and then there's one cocktail, it's like an Irish coffee. It's like a coffee and a whiskey, isn't it?
People they were commenting that it was strong, lively, and it's so good that you can almost taste it. But of course, it's a candle. We have launched it during the pandemic, and I think it's because a lot of people missed happy hour outside, and getting a candle like a mint mojito to your place, it's like bringing happy hour to their own personal space. So a lot of people, when they hear our brand, the Blomstre, they would say like, yes, it's the couple who's doing cocktail candles. I'm Jerwin, the other half of the Blomstre. This is my husband.
Yeah, I'm Aaron. She's my boss.
Working with my husband, it's a both blessing and a curse.
It's difficult in the beginning, but like if you get used to it, like I think it's okay. Our advantage is we know each other for like almost 2 decades, so it's like I know what she wants, I know like what she needs to do.
Before we started the business, actually, we know for a fact that we wanted to name it as the Blomstre because it's very close in our heart. The name was inspired from our first niece that was born in Norway. That's why it's a Nordic word. It means like blooming or flourishing. So our business model is actually a bit more traditional. We believe in organic connection with people. So most of our sales are being launched into a event or a pop-up where we get and gather information from like the people who's smelling it as a sort of like first preview of like the product. The home fragrance business in Hong Kong, when we have started, there's not much of an option in terms of like artisanal candles. But recently, we have seen how much it blossomed in terms of like global consumption of the fragrances. I believe it's also because of the emerging interest of the people that wanted to highlight wellness, self-care, self-love. So most of our income revenue comes from our own private pop-ups. A lot of it as well are based from our corporate workshops. Recently, we have been able to host a candle workshop at Google Hong Kong's headquarters. So during that moment, it was such a humbling experience because they are such a big company. In terms of like retail, we were able to close deal with the Ritz Carlton Hong Kong for their retail spa. We were able to put our candles for their clients to shop. We have seen a 26% growth compared to last year. That is like a significant amount, especially we had been pivoting ever since the Hong Kong border opened. I know retail industry is a little bit down at the moment. That's why we are very humbled with the experience and also the privilege to be able to grow. When we started the business, we were still in our full-time job. So I was an accountant and he was in sales before. The way that we have done the business in terms of capital, we were bootstrapping it. I suppose like less than $2,000 started in our small kitchen back then in Kennedy Town, now to an office here in North Point with a business that we are proud to take care of.
In the beginning, it was like few, right?
It was very few. I would say maybe less than 10 candles in a month. And back then, these are candles that are not at this level where we are selling now. As the business have grown, our best made quantity candles were at least 400 in one day. So our biggest moment was for us to be able to expand to our home country in the Philippines. It's a very prouding moment for us, especially that we have run the business for less than half a decade, but we are able to move the company direction into where our heritage came from. Our brand is very Filipino inspired in a way. Our candle scent names are Tagalog words that we wanted to educate people. For example, like kundiman is a Tagalog word for a type of love story. Harana means serenading. And there are other scents that we are inspired with location. Let's say just like El Nido or Oslo, that is like tourist destination in the Philippines. We always dream big in terms of like the expansion. So hopefully we are able to tap like international markets such as Singapore, Australia, Dubai, just to share our scent journey with them as well. Because we are Southeast Asian inspired scents, it's something that I believe a lot of people would be able to resonate with. For me, Hong Kong is like a home because this is the place where we have created our family. We do have a 2-year-old daughter. She is our light, really, and inspiration to our business. And for me, I wanted to make sure that she be able to grow up in a place where there's a lot of opportunity, which Hong Kong has. I would say there's a lot of gap that the Philippine government is not giving opportunity in terms of like how easy it is to access and register a business. Because in Hong Kong, you just need to walk into one of like business centers and then you give them the name and pay for the fee. It's like one location that you need to do. But in the Philippines, they would ask you for a business registration to be approved. You need a mayor's permit, barangay clearance. You also need like DTI. You also need BIR. Like this acronyms is just so crazy because there's a lot of regulations and taxes that you need to pay upfront before they actually process it. Hong Kong is an international business hub. They made it so easy for every entrepreneur to actually open a business, from doing your accounting to the auditing as well. Hong Kong made sure that if you have an idea, you're able to actually do it. That's why it's so accessible. I've been dreaming to partner with Apple. They are such a giant tech company and very inspiring, very innovative. But I think they're missing a component where it's all about scents as well. And it's something that I hope in the future we can work with together, especially with our unique scent. Imagine drinking a piña colada, but not really drinking because you're using your Vision Pro, but then you can smell it because of like the candle. Don't limit yourself just because you're a small business. If you have like really big dreams and you do something about it, you can actually fulfill that. 3 tips. I always have these 3 C's that I follow through. First is collaboration, community, and also courage.